You want to grab something from the street and bring it out? But, yeah, I'm just...
हेलो गाइस, सो आज एक कंसिडरेबली डिफरेंट वीडियो पे रिएक्ट करेंगे. दिस वन इज़ फ्रॉम अक्षत श्रीवास्तव. दिस गाय इज़ अ फाइनेंस यूट्यूबर. ही इज़ अ गुड वन. ही प्रोवाइड्स वेरी गुड नॉलेज, समटाइम्स रिपीटेटिव नॉलेज, बट ही इज़ आई से प्रिटी जेन्युइन एंड informative guy. I love watching his videos. So this one by him is 1 crore by first birthday. 1 crore by first birthday. काइजूज कोर्स फॉर फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंस. अच्छा ठीक है. दिस इज बाय काइजूज यू मीन यू गाइज वुड अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट ही मीन्स. लेट्स सी व्हाट ओपिनियन ही हैज टू शेयर एंड देन we'll try and add up some of our own. Here we go.
That's idiotic, and I will prove it to you through this video why. Idiots buy Ferrari in India. Please don't get inspired by all these hey, I'll teach you how to become like a millionaire in my 2-day course. No one can teach you that. It's very simple. I have given you the entire roadmap. Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So let me start today's video by talking about a trend that you must have noticed, and then I will talk about.
In his intro, he gave a very strong statement, by the way. So in the rest of the video, which is like very long, I'll try to keep it short. I might be cutting off certain pieces which are not which can be managed without. So let's go.
About a very, very important trend. So the trend that you might have noticed few years ago was that, hey, when you reach class 10th, start preparing for IIT. Then a few years passed. If you are in class 6th, start preparing for IIT. Then a few years passed. If you are in nursery, start preparing for IIT. So that madness hopefully is coming down, but a new trend has picked up in the market. And that trend is called as how to become a millionaire trend. Nowadays, everyone wants to become a millionaire by the time they are 30. Few years down the line, everyone would want to become a millionaire by first year of engineering college. Then a few years after, kid would be cutting his birthday cake. Then he will ask, where is my $1 million check? So the point is that this trend is picking up. Now there is a class of influencer, for example, divulged, that hey, look at my Ferrari, now buy 1,000 rupee seminar from me. Something like this. Now you say, Akshat, how do you know about divulged? You must have attended his seminars. No, I did not attend his seminars. I was just shown 10,000 ads about him. So eventually.
Okay, so this Gadvi guy that he's talking about, he is like a financial influencer on YouTube, like many other.
I had to look up the person.
And ये culture चल निकला है भाई आजकल, selling be rich quick courses. Worst trend that's going on, like one among the worst, क्योंकि एक नहीं है, ऐसे बहुत नमूने घूम रहे हैं. And lavish lifestyle show करेंगे, fake by the way, it's not real, trust me. And mansions, cars, to sell their courses to you, they'll hype you up. इस तरह का एड कैंपेन, इस तरह की ओवर हाइप्ड एड कैंपेन्स करके माइट लुक वेरी गिमिकी एंड फुलिश, बट ट्रस्ट मी दिस इज गोइंग ऑन. एंड इस तरह से बहुत नमूनों को चूतिया बनाया जा रहा है. आई डोंट रियली अंडरस्टैंड क्यों और कैसे. एजुकेशन की इतनी कमी है कि इस तरह से कोई आपको बस बोल दे एंड यू गेट इन्फ्लुएंस. मे बी ह्यूमन नेचर में ही कुछ इनहेरिटेड है, कुछ वी गेट अट्रैक्टेड टू such marketing gimmicks, and we are very prone to earn quick, be rich kind of schemes. But personally I believe that we should really avoid such gimmicks. We should have a filter in our head to differentiate the bullshit from the real thing, and I know it's very easier said than done. Bad times, man. Bad times rolling.
But anyways, the point of this video is not to discuss his selling style. The point of this video is that a lot of people are getting into this race of becoming a millionaire. So we are going to systematically earn good money sensibly. That's the simple point, because there is so much financial illiteracy in India and we have a very young, impressionable audience. It's very important for us to pass along these type of videos to that generation. So if you have younger sister, younger brother, please show them this video. They will understand what genuinely it means to make money and respect money. Just seeing someone buying a Ferrari, believing in that materialistic culture, that is just a bad move. And to be honest, chomus in India buy Ferrari. That's idiotic, and I will prove it to you through this video why idiots buy Ferrari in India. First and foremost, you must understand 3 simple rules about money and 3 very important rules. Rule number 1 is that making money is really tough. Please do not let other people tell you that making money is super easy and everyone can do it, this, that. No, the facts in India tell us that approximately 80 to 85% Indians make less than 25,000 rupees. This is what the data tells us. So if people are telling you that, you know what, entire India will earn like 1 crore plus income, all that stuff, no, it is very difficult. If you have worked in a corporate job, you yourself will be able to understand the viewpoint that how much effort it takes to make money. So making money is really, really tough. Please do not misinterpret.
अच्छा, just to divulge some information about myself, who I am, where I come from. बहुत ज़्यादा तो मुझे पोस्ट करना नहीं है अपने बारे में, क्योंकि see, I am only just starting. Not that it matters even. I have been a decent student on my life and छोड़ो यार, कहानी की क्या ही ज़रूरत है. Last job that I worked was as a manager in SBI, and for that I had to like beat a particular exam. Most of you guys would be knowing. But long story short, I quit after a while. And now why I did that, what was going on, what I realized during my stint there. And previously I had worked in one more bank, and like I am a guy who has been a student for most part of his life, and before being that I was a guy who was into modeling and stuff. So I have done a few modeling assignments as well, not very something grand, small scale. So yeah, long story short, I have myself seen job cultures in different aspects of life. I have even worked private jobs, I have even worked government jobs, so I have a rich experience of working in these circles. I have a lot of stories, anecdotes. Someday most probably I'll love to share about it, because everyone should know the pros and the cons. In India, you know, a government job is glorified like anything. You guys would be bearing with me right now. I come from a similar family. It's very tough to A, get a government job, and B, once you have one, to quit that. So it's a nightmare for parents. Moving on.
Interpret that fact. This is point one. A related point here is that money making is tough for most people because people end up focusing on the wrong thing. What do I mean by that? So many a times what we assume is that, hey, if I'm doing a 9 to 5 job, if I'm working hypothetically, let's say 8 hours a day, and then suddenly I get a job where I'm working 10 hours a day, then I should be getting more money. It doesn't work that way. I know a lot of people around me who, unfortunately, when they migrate from one job to the other, the working hours go up and the salary goes down. You might have also noticed the same in your circle. Why does that happen? Because the concept of making money in our head is messed up. Money is not directly proportional to the time that you're spending on an activity.
True.
It comes from your skill set.
Right.
So you must have noticed me saying on several of my videos that the number one way of making money is to improve your skill set, upskill yourself, keep learning new things. This brings us to point number 2, that you get paid insane amount of money if you are in top 5%. Now this is a spectrum that you must understand, that your goal should be to go to this top 5 percentile of people who are pursuing that particular activity. You get to that top 5 percentile by constantly learning from good people around you, spending a lot of energy in terms of crafting your trade and gradually improving with time. Creating $1 million out of thin air, it just sounds fancy. It does not happen. That, you know what, passionpreneur ban jao and become like this fancy word, that fancy word. No, all that is dumb stuff. That is not true at all. What you need to do is focus on upskilling yourself. If you're improving every single day, if you're working on your trade, and if you're moving towards this is how you end up making more money. Now, third and final basic rule of money is that you must respect money. Now, why am I saying it? You might have heard of stories that when a lot of sportsmen or celebrities, they make insane amount of money, but then they go bankrupt. The point is that a lot of people get insane amount of money sometimes, and they do not respect it, they squander all of it, and they become poor again. Please don't get inspired by all these, like, you know, hey, I'll teach you how to become like a millionaire in my 2-day course. No one can teach you that. It's very simple.
Most people do not even have the basic financial literacy to, you know, keep the money that they have earned. India में आज भी investment knowledge, right investment knowledge किसके पास है? How you should invest, कहाँ invest करना है, savings कितनी करनी है, कैसे करनी है. Mostly people do not even know how to read balance sheets, how to analyze a stock. News पे people invest. Hundreds of HNIs and FIIs who are like waiting for retail investors like us to make the wrong moves, hype a stock, sell on high, then, you know, stock falls, the middle class gets stuck. And why stuck? Because obviously if you have bought on a higher price, you won't be willing to sell it on a lower price. So obviously if you enter at the wrong price, okay, I'm entering a different domain here because it's a vast topic in itself, but you get the point, right? You get the drill. So जब knowledge ही नहीं है तो यही होगा ना. And this is what even he is trying to say here, कि just by earning a lot of money by whatever which way, it doesn't mean that you have the right and sufficient knowledge to keep that money. That's even more difficult. By far, I completely agree.
Simple. I've given you the entire roadmap that hey, just improve your skill set, you will get there. You don't need to attend any webinar for that. Now you will say, Akshat, you know what? You are just killing the mood. You are saying like such negative things. I was hoping to become a millionaire just after watching this video, and you have killed my dreams. No, please listen to me. You can become at least a crorepati and very sustainably, and here's the math to prove it. So in order to make 1.13 crore rupee, or you need 20 years and you need to grow your money at 12% market rate. You will say, Akshat, how do we make 12%? It's so difficult. No, it is not.
It is not. Why? Because even the basic index fund, सेंसेक्स और निफ्टी, किसी भी एक म्यूचुअल फंड को पकड़ के अगर तुम डाल दोगे तो 3-4-5 साल के रिटर्न में 12% से 15% तो ऐसे ही मिलेगा. लाइक नो नथिंग इन्वेस्टर वाली जो आइडियोलॉजी है वो वर्क करती है इस पे. सो दिस इज लाइक नॉट टफ एट ऑल. इनफैक्ट दिस इज ऑलमोस्ट impossible to not happen. So yes,
just do Nifty 50 investing, you will be able to make a 12% return. Why am I saying it? Because the last 20-year CAGR of Nifty 50 has been 12.2%. So that is why I am inputting 12% here. All you simply need to do is that you need to invest 15,000 rupees per month. Now comes the important challenging part that Akshat, how do I make a 15,000 investment? Because with that logic, I need to pick up a job where I'm at.
But basically 15,000 वो तब बोल रहा है जब आपको he wants to make you a करोड़पति, right? अगर आप 20,000 10,000 की भी जॉब कर रहा है कोई, उसका all you have to do is save a particular percentage of your income. Relative होता है हर चीज़. It will definitely grow by 12 to 15% in every 5 to 7 years. Definitely it will grow because India is a growing economy. Growing economy का concept ही यही है कि तुम किसी भी index में डालोगे जो economy, what is an index? It tracks the economy, right? So in the long run, चाहे economy में dip भी आ जाए, वो उठना ही उठना है. अगर वो नहीं उठेगा तो पूरी entire financial system will fail. If the entire country's financial system is failing, पूरी इकोनॉमी ही डूब रही है, तो तुम्हारा पैसा तुम चाहे ज़मीन में हो, चाहे गोल्ड में हो, किसी भी चीज़ में हो, वो तो डूबेगा ना. वेनेजुएला का कॉन्सेप्ट यू कैन टेक एन एग्जाम्पल फॉर. सो इंडेक्स इन्वेस्टिंग इज प्रिटी डैम सेफ. इट्स जस्ट लाइक बाइंग गवर्नमेंट बॉन्ड्स. इट्स एज सेफ एज दैट. Nothing is risk free, by the way. Even sovereign bonds aren't risk free, to be honest, but you get the drill.
Now let me talk very quickly how you can create 3.
Good advice. Create multiple streams of income. This is a very good advice, and I'm all ears what he has to say. There are many ways, by the way. So 3 among them would be
income streams. Point number 1: please find a job or work with an employer where parallel employment is okay, or at least they are not averse to parallel.
Oh God, such an important point. You know why I never liked the jobs that I worked? Because mostly the employer has a problem with you having another source of income. They want to make you their slave and they want to keep you that ways for all of your life till you turn 60. You live by their rules. बस पूरी जिंदगी उनको अपनी दे दो, कोई और सोर्स ऑफ इनकम मत बनाओ, because that's illegal. Even in a government job, प्राइवेट में भी यही है. Most employers, they do not allow. Some do, and that's what he is trying to say. Even if you are in a job, find an employer who is okay for you to be earning other source of income. That's very, very important.
Point number 2: your second income stream should become investing. Where do you invest? I will talk about it in a minute. But whatever money you are making, then if you are investing in that gives you return, so it becomes like a secondary income stream for you. Third income stream should be passion driven or competence driven income stream. Now, if you are exploring all these 3 options, your primary job, your investing income, and your competence/passion driven income, I can guarantee that to you that you will have no trouble saving and investing this 15,000 rupees. Of course, it depends that you need to live a frugal lifestyle, all that other stuff that I keep talking on this channel. But I hope you get the picture and you gain the confidence that making and investing this 15,000 rupees is not going to be extremely challenging from that perspective. It's very natural because no one likes to see dip on their portfolio, whatever they are creating. No one likes to take risk with their money. But here is the important point that you need to get, that if you are not investing, then automatically you are losing money.
Inflation.
How? That is called as inflation. That simply means the महंगाई going up. So right now, if you take 100 rupees, deposit it in your savings account in HDFC Bank or whichever bank you have an account in, you will be getting paid 2% as your savings rate or 5 to 6% as FD. But the inflation or महंगाई in the economy is roughly 8%. So in real terms, your 100 rupees deposited will become roughly 97 rupees next year if you are putting it in a somewhat of a sure shot instrument like fixed deposit. So that is the reason to invest, that you must invest. There is no other option there. Second key point is that when we think about investing, we always think about investing our money. More than investing your money, or equally important than investing your money, is investing your time on right things. focus on improving your skill set. That is such an important point, especially when you are young. Yes, your money compounds with age, so does your skill set. Now you have series of options. I will not go into detail here because I have already explained it through a series of videos, so I'll be very brief here. So number one option is that you can go and invest your money in debt. Debt means something like fixed deposit, something like series of bonds. So here, don't go super safe only, especially when you are young. There is no point in being super safe. And
by being super safe, he means government debt, government bonds. I'm very sure. And a bit risky debt investments would be like corporate bonds, especially which are like reasonably rated from credit rating agencies, like at least minimum 2 rating agencies, top level, have rated that bond with a minimum triple B or above. So that would be a pretty riskier investment, but not as risky कि total loss होने का chance हो जाएगा. So considering a youngster जिसको बॉन्ड से अच्छी इन्वेस्टमेंट भी लेनी है बट थोड़ा सा सेफर प्रपोजिशन है कंपेयर टू अ स्टॉक, सो येस दैट इज अ प्रीटी गुड ऑप्शन.
And losing money 100% due to inflation. So in that respect, you must move to equities and other asset classes. I will not speak about other asset classes. Otherwise, then people start creating ruckus. As you grow older, it makes sense to take a little bit more positions in debt compared to equities and other asset classes. So that is the simple philosophy with which you should approach investing. Now comes the next point, that you must at all costs avoid get rich quick schemes. Now what are get rich quick schemes? For example, that hey, join my webinar at 1000 rupees, I will teach you how to buy Ferrari. No one is going to teach you that, and even their own Ferrari is at loan. So please don't believe in all this drama, right? So please avoid get rich quick schemes. But I understand that many of you are thrill seekers. You will always say that, Akshat, you know what? I'm making like 100 rupees. I want to invest like 2-3 rupees at least in like gambling. Okay, so in that respect, invest in IPOs, invest in ICOs, invest in IGOs, invest in IEOs. So all these are good options. I have made some videos on it. You can go and check it out. But please consider this money as gambling money only. Even IPOs are pure gamble. There is no head and leg. There is no trustable financial data available only when it comes to IPOs. So please avoid these type of things as much as you can. Now comes the next related point, because many of you will say that, Akshat, you keep on speaking about something like crypto and it is completely fundamentally flawed, this, that. Okay, I'm not saying that because of me you should invest in cryptos. If you yourself see fundamental value in some assets, you should go and invest in it. Now, how do you identify the fundamental value of anything? It really depends on its usage, what the utility of that particular product is. If you're buying a stock, is it a good stock? Is it generating profits? Is it generating revenues? Is the management of the company good? Keep a track of all these basic points. This is called as fundamental analysis. Read more about it, watch my videos, you will understand more business analysis.
So basically, there is a fundamental analysis, then there is a technical analysis, what they do, why they do it, whether they are doing it in the right way. All that is a must before you invest in a stock on your own. First point. Secondly, this IPO point, I would like to say something on that. These days ना हमारे देश में एक IPO का बहुत कल्चर आ गया है. जो यंगस्टर्स हैं जो अब इन्वेस्टमेंट सीन में आ रहे हैं, IPOs का बहुत हवा रहता है. So whenever a IPO launches, like in a few days, like in a couple of days, maybe LIC का IPO launch होने वाला है. बहुत हो हल्ला हो रखा है इस समय. There is a lot of buzz in the market and everyone will like want to get a hands on. ठीक है, अच्छी बात है. If a good company, if a good brand is getting an IPO launch, there are chances of listing gains. But ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है. And why this guy calls it a gamble? Because even I feel the same. More than getting a listing in an IPO, it's important that you understand the business and then invest accordingly. And in that manner, IPO does not even matter. Why? Because listing gain मिल जाएगा, ठीक है ना. It is not a one time thing कि if someone gets a listing in an IPO, 1 lot लग गया, 2 lot लग गया, उसमें वो listing gain मिल गया उसको, उनके लिए that's a win, done. But the big players, they are up for the long term, and long term requires knowledge to understand what's going on behind the curtains. Skill is learning how to do that. So that is the need of the hour. ये नहीं कि बस IPO लॉन्च होने वाला है लगा दो. दैट्स वाई पेटीएम में इतने लोगों को लॉस हुआ है IPO के चक्कर में, ठीक है ना. पेटीएम हैज़ लाइक बाय फार द मोस्ट एंटिसिपेटेड IPO दैट हैज़ फेल्ड टू डिलीवर, बिकॉज पेटीएम के मॉडल में फंडामेंटल इशूज़ थे. सो द बिग गन्स स्टेड अवे मोस्टली. एंड देन देयर आर सक्सेस स्टोरीज एज वेल, लाइक नाइका हैड अ वेरी सक्सेसफुल IPO and people are like making handsome gains there.
Positions in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, etc. Now many people say that, you know what, an entire asset class is bad, it has no fundamental value. No, stocks have value, bonds have value, real estate has value, similarly cryptos also have value. Let's say that you're buying a piece of land and you own that piece of land. Now that piece of land is going to go up in value if it is located in a good neighborhood, if your city is up and coming, or the area where you have purchased is up and coming. So all those good things, it makes sense. Now you tell me from a fundamental value perspective, if you keep on stacking one house over the other, then what the real value of that residential real estate would be. So that is the difference between owning a piece of land and the fundamental value of it vis-a-vis residential real estate, where you are just stacking one unit over the other and keep growing that building. So I hope you are able to see that to do this basic analysis, you don't need to be a CFA or an MBA, you just need basic common sense. Now comes the sixth and final point, that in order to become a crorepati, you need to have an investment system. I speak with so many students that, Akshat, I want to drop out of college and become a trader. Please don't do that. Please don't take such dramatic decision. At least learn about trading as a concept. 99% of traders do not even make FD returns in India, and you want to drop out of college to play that game. What am I supposed to tell you? Think a little bit critically, then start making such dramatic decisions. Important point is that wherever you choose to invest your time and money, it needs to be a system-oriented game. For example, if you're doing an SIP-based investment in certain asset, it might make a lot of sense for you because that is probably the only way you can continue to invest in the market without leaving your full-time job. So that's a sensible system for you. So please try to build these type of systems. This will definitely make you a crorepati in the long term, guaranteed. Now comes the final point, that like Dave, will I be buying a Ferrari? Absolutely not. Why? Because here is a chart. And take a look at 3 countries where the import duty is more than 100%, and India is one of those countries where import duty on foreign cars is more than 100%. So if I buy a foreign imported car, I will get it in a 2x price. That's part A. Part B, try to drive Ferrari in which city? You tell me which city. If you go to Bangalore, you will get stuck. If you go to...
Oh bhai, traffic. Oh my god, this topic needs a discussion of its own. The traffic scene in India. I'll be talking at length on this topic in my other channel. Trust me, the traffic scene in India is getting from bad to worse. My god, it's a very, very, very bad situation. You cannot even step outside your house without the kind of noise pollution and traffic congestions every which way. It's maddening.
To Delhi, people will put a scratch on your car. If you try to drive in Mumbai, again you will get stuck in traffic. So tell me a city, right? So that's a simple basic bottom line, and that is the reason why buying a Ferrari is pretty much a dump.
Also, you will just take it out of your house, do a giddy run on empty streets, and then just go back to your home. Rich people do that. I've seen people do that. एक round मारने के लिए निकाल ली अपनी fancy sports car and then वापस park कर दी. Because obviously you cannot ride it every day, in normal traffic, in normal times.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Please share it with your friends, and I will see you tomorrow.
Nice video. So I tried to add some of my honest opinions on it and give you some extra info in my own way. This is it for this video, guys. I hope you like it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe my channel, please hit the bell icon, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.